All right, good deal. Take that off. Get rid of the jacket. I won't need the jacket. So I'm going to move the chair back here. I'm going to center in the chair. I kind of like to do that every so often. Okay. So let's all take a deep breath in and then open the mouth and let it go. And a second deep breath. And exhale. Just kind of let the body, the weight of the body settle into the mat, into the chair, wherever you are. And feel the chair. Feel the chair with your bottom and with the back. Feel the floor with the feet. And kind of check in with yourself this morning. Just notice if you feel anxious or nervous or calm. And just acknowledge those sensations, those feelings. And as you're breathing here, just release from the top of the head through the forehead, the brow releases, the jaw releases, the shoulders relax down. The legs relax, the feet and the toes, the arms and the hands. And as you're letting the breath just flow in and out, see if you can release just a little bit more with each exhale. If you notice you're breathing in and out into the upper chest, take the inhale into the belly and then exhale. And now breathe a little deeper as the inhale moves from the belly into the middle chest and into the upper chest. You don't have to really fill up here, but just move the air smoothly from the bottom to the top. And if it works for you, breathe in and out through the nose. And go back and revisit the body. And if there's any tension that's gone back, crept back in, just let it go on your next exhale. And bring that little tightness in the back of the throat into the breathing so that you can hear the exhale, that Ujjayi breath. So now exhale here, and one long, deep inhale, fill completely. And open the mouth and let it go. Little movements, those fingers and the toes, open the eyes. Oh, goodness, stretch a little bit if you'd like. And I'm going to move the chair aside and come back to the mat for our practice. So lift up tall, bring the chin in slightly, take the shoulders back and down. On your next inhale, take the arms wide with the palms down toward the floor. Draw the arms into the shoulders, reach out through the fingers. Turn the palms toward the front of the mat. And now bring the right arm across and the left hand under, and just do a gentle shoulder stretch here. Still breathing deeply. Ujjayi breath. As you inhale, take the arms wide. On the exhale, the left arm crossed, right hand under. Inhale, bring the arms wide. Turn the palms up to the ceiling, and as you inhale, let the hands lift up toward the ceiling. Bring the palms together if that's okay for you. And then turn the palms out and exhale the hands down. On your next inhale, take the hands out in front, palms facing in, and let the hands lift up to the ceiling. Turn the palms toward the front of the mat. Press out through the heels of the hands, exhaling, bring the hands down. Again, palms face in, inhaling, the hands lift. Gaze drifts up toward the ceiling, turning the palms to the front, pressing through the heels of the hands, exhale the hands down. Strong through the arms. And one more time, inhaling, palms turn in, hands lift. Exhale, palms turn out, pressing, hands come down. Good, all right. And you can now move. Notice anything, notice any sensations that you feel in the hands and in the arms. And on your next inhale, let the shoulders drift up toward the ears. And then take the shoulders back and down. Move the head, keeping the neck soft and relaxed. And then release the shoulders. Inhale, bring the shoulders up. And take the shoulders back and down. And then release. And one more time, lifting the shoulders to the ears or toward the ears. And shoulders come back and down. And now just gently, again, move the head. Keep the shoulders back, pressing the chest toward the front of the mat. One more deep breath. And exhaling, release. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, just let everything soften and release into the mat. Good. Bring the right hand out in front, reach those fingers forward, stay tall. And as you inhale, let that hand come up toward the ceiling. Gazing toward the lifted hand, reaching, pressing down through that right sits bone. And bring the left hand out, arc over to the left. And bring the right hand back to the ceiling, reach. Don't get lazy, reach it up there. And then exhale and bring the right hand down. Good. Again, noticing. And extend the left hand out in front. Lifting tall, inhale that hand to the ceiling. Reach it up there. And the right hand to the side, arcing right. Bring the left hand back to the ceiling. Stay tall as you reach. And exhale, bring the left hand down. And again, you can move the shoulders, gently move the head, let the chin drop down toward the chest, and then take the chin toward the right shoulder and center in toward the left, and center and right, and center and left. And bring the chin to center, bring the head up. And with the hands cupping the knees, as you exhale, let the chin come down toward the chest, rounding back. Release the arms here. Inhaling, lifting back up, moving the shoulders back and down, taking the gaze up. And as you exhale, gently drop into that rounding toward the back of the mat. Inhaling, coming up, gaze lifts. Exhaling, chin to chest and round. And one more time, drawing the shoulders back and down. Shut the jaw. And exhaling round. And lifting back up into that upright seat. Again, just inhale here. Exhale, staying tall, just release down into the mat. Bring the hands out in front, interlace the fingers, and then turn the palms out. Pressing forward, draw the shoulders back, and the hands lift up to the ceiling. Once the hands are up there, turn the gaze straight ahead and draw the arms back by the ears. And as you exhale, bring the hands down, arms parallel to the floor, chin toward the chest. Inhaling, coming up tall, hands lift. Gaze initially follows the hands, then you gaze forward, pressing the hands to the ceiling. Exhaling into that gentle rounding. Inhaling, coming tall, shoulders back. Draw those hands up, press those palms to the ceiling, gaze straight ahead. Exhaling round. And turn the palms toward you, release. Do the fingers, do the wrists, and do the shoulders. Bring the arms wide, palms down, and then turn the palms toward the top of the mat, and then up toward the ceiling. And staying tall, press the pinky fingers up toward the ceiling, still reaching out through the fingers, fingers spread wide. Breathe. And turn the palms toward the front of the mat, toward the floor, bring the arms down about a 45-degree angle, and turn the palms toward the back of the mat and press the thumbs back. And you can draw the hands back and up. Ah, yes. One more breath. Good. Bringing the hands back up, parallel to the floor, palms face down. Yeah, good. All right. Exhale and bring the hands in. And take that deep breath in. And just release the weight of the body into the mat. Bring the right elbow up to the ceiling, reaching back with the right hand to the upper back. Bring the left hand over the top and gently draw that right elbow back. And then release on the right side and bring the left elbow up beside the head. Bring the right hand over. Find the upper spine. Kind of let your fingers walk down the spine. And release on that side. Good. All right. Gently move the head. Neck stays relaxed. So let's all come down to our backs. You can gently roll down here. Bring the feet all the way into the hips. Keeping the knees straight up toward the ceiling, just press into the mat with the feet, and press the low back down into the mat. And as you inhale, rock the hips up, lifting the belly toward the ceiling. Hip rocks. Exhaling, low back into the mat. Inhaling, belly presses toward the ceiling. Exhaling and inhaling. One more exhale and inhale. And now coming back to that neutral spine. Take the arms wide, feet are hip width. Let the knees fall over to the right. And then let everything go. And if you'd like a little more sensation here, take the right ankle onto the left knee. Just see what that feels like. If that doesn't feel good, undo it. Good. Release the ankle. We'll bring the knees back up to the ceiling. Take the knees to the left. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and just let everything release. And then you might want to try the left ankle on the right knee.
Release the ankle from the knee, bring the knees back up to the ceiling. Bring both knees into the chest. See if you can make a tight ball, lifting the head and the shoulders and wrapping the arms around the knees. And then breathe. Now release the arms. Take both feet straight up to the ceiling. So now we've compacted into a tight ball, but now we're extending up toward the ceiling with both feet. Keep the tailbone on the mat.
Head still up?
Yep, feet flat on the ceiling. With the tailbone on the mat, just gently draw the feet back toward the face. I mean, the legs are still straight, but you're just gently pulling those feet back toward the back of the mat. Let the legs go wide, turn the toes out. Bring the hands to the inside of the knees. Yeah, and just gently, gently, gently open the legs a little bit wider with your hands. Toes pointed out, feet are flexed. And now bring the hands to the outside of the knees and bring the legs back together. Still pressing up through the heels. Now bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together as the feet come down to the mat. Open the knees wide and turn the palms up. And again, take a deep breath in. And sigh it out. Again, noticing sensations in the hips and the legs.
And the groin muscle.
Extend the legs long. And bring the hands behind you. Walk the feet off the mat to the right side. Cross the left ankle over the right. Keep the hip bones on the mat. And now find the left wrist with the right hand. And banana to the right. Good. Release the right hook, the left wrist. Bring the feet to center. Take a breath here. And walk the feet off the mat to the left side. Cross the right ankle over the left. And now find the right wrist with the left hand. Banana to the left. And Release the wrist. Bring the feet back to center. And come into cactus arms. And if your elbows or your arms don't lie on the floor, you can use a block here. You can let your forearms rest on a block. Or 2 blocks, since you have 2 of them. Bring the right knee into the chest and gently hug it in. Circle the right toes. And if you went one direction, you can go the other. And then draw the knee a little out to the right and up toward the right shoulder. Good. Bring the knee to center. Take the right foot straight up to the ceiling, pressing it up through the heel. And bring the hands just above or below the knee, I guess you could say, keeping the shoulder blades on the back. And now gently, as you exhale, draw that leg toward the back of the mat with a little bend in the knee. Inhaling, release. Exhaling, drawing the foot toward the back of the mat. Inhaling, release. And exhale the leg toward the back of the mat. And inhale, release. Bring the hands back down, point the toes toward the ceiling, and circle the leg. And go the other way. And then flex the foot and slowly lower the right leg down. Point the toes and lift it back up. Flex the foot and lower. Point the toes and lift it back up. And flex the foot and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Turn the palms up, toes out. Take a big, long, deep breath in. And exhale it out. And bring the left knee into the chest. Gently hug it in. Circle the left toes. Both directions. And with the left hand, take the knee a little to the left and up toward the left shoulder. And bring the knee toward the center. Take the left foot straight up to the ceiling. Strong through the leg, pressing up through the heel. Toes pointed down toward your face. Bring the hands behind the knee As you exhale, gently draw that leg toward the back of the mat with a little bend in the knee. Inhale, ease. Exhale, draw it back. Inhaling, ease. And one more time, drawing it toward the back of the mat. And then release the hands back down. Point the toes, circle the leg. The other direction. And then flex that foot and slowly lower the left leg down. Point the toes, take it back up. Exhaling, lower. Inhale and lift. And flex the foot and lower for 3, 2, 1, and down. Yes. Palms up, toes out. Big breath in. And let it all go. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good deal. Bring the knees to the ceiling. Bring the hands, actually bring the knees in toward the chest. Bring the hands behind the knees. And now just gently rock up and back. Up, the feet touch. Back to the shoulder blades. Up, the feet touch. And back to the shoulder blades. And the feet touch and back to the shoulder blades. And now come up to balance. Good. Get long through the spine here. Really press the heart toward the knees. And one foot can be on the mat, but straighten one leg. And then switch and straighten the other leg. And straighten one leg, the other leg, and then the other one. Good. Bring both feet down to the mat. Come to cobbler pose. Bring the soles of the feet together. Yeah. And gently using the elbows to widen those knees. Inhale and come up. And come into table. Take the feet around, coming up into table. Good. So here we are. Just feel through the fingers, feel through the palms of the hands, feel the knees on the mat, feel the tops of the feet on the mat. Or if your toes are curled under, that's okay. That's another good way to do it. So a couple rounds of moving cat-cow. Inhale, take the gaze straight ahead. Bring the elbows toward the center and exhale, rounding as hips come back. Elbows come down, coming forward and up, gazing ahead, exhaling, rounding, moving back. Couple more rounds, inhaling up and exhaling back. One more here. And now come back up into your table.
Inhale, and as you exhale, take the hips to the left, let the gaze go past the right shoulder toward the back of the mat. Coming on to the left knee, inhale, come to center, and take that side bend to the left, gazing left, hips right. Inhaling, center, exhale, gaze right, hips left, and center, gaze left, hips right. And coming back to center. Good. Extend the right leg, the toes down. Let the hips soften here. And press back through the right heel. Bring the right foot hip height, keeping the sacrum flat, pressing back through the heel. And bring the right knee to the right elbow. Move it back. Strong through the leg. Now, right knee to left elbow. Move it back. And then bring that knee up the center and take it back. Bring that foot out to the right, toward the top of the mat. With a little bend in the right knee, turn the toes in, flatten the foot. And now get a stretch here in that left leg, right leg. Soften through the shoulders here. And coming forward, take the right foot back hip height. Pressing back through the heel, keeping the leg lifted. And bring the right knee down onto the mat. Good. Take a breath, move gently. And extend the right foot, toes down. Did I say right? I meant the left. Bring the left foot hip height. Left knee to left elbow. Move it back. Across to the right elbow. Move it back. And up the center, exhaling. And move it back. Now bring the foot out to the left. Slide it toward the top of the mat. Point the toes in, flatten the foot, and then gently move toward the hips toward the back of the mat. Coming forward, take the left foot back, hip height. Lifting the leg, pressing back through the heel. Toes point straight down. And bring the left knee down beside the right. Take the hips back toward the heels. Cross the arms or wherever you want to be for your resting pose. And just breathe. Coming back up into table, bring the right foot to the top of the mat. So we're in a low lunge. Feel the belly touching the thigh, the right thigh. Lift the gaze straight ahead, up on spider fingers here. Fingers back by the heel of the right foot. Bringing the shoulder blades onto the back and breathe. Now move the hips toward the back of the mat, straightening the right leg. Draw the right hip back. Keep the toes down on the mat. Stay long through the spine, so you really got to come up a little bit on, fingers just barely touching the mat. You're pressing the belly toward or into the right thigh. Drawing the right hip back. I think I already said that. Pressing the toes down into the mat. Now flex the right foot, point the toes up toward the ceiling. And now come back forward into the low lunge. Let the hips settle toward the mat, lifting the gaze straight ahead. And bring that right knee back beside the left. And come down to your resting pose. And coming back into table, take the left foot to the top of the mat. Find that position for that foot, ahead of the knee or under the knee, the heel under the knee or ahead of the knee, onto spider fingers. Let the hips settle, lift the gaze. Straighten the left leg. Bring the hands back, but try to stay long through the spine here with the toes on the mat. Big, long, deep breaths. Flex the foot. Coming back forward to the low lunge. Hips settle, gaze lifts. And bring the left knee back beside the right. And then hips come back into your resting pose. From your resting pose, come into hero with the hips back on the heels or on a block. Get tall with shoulders back and down. Bring the hands behind the feet. Gently lift the knees, keeping the gaze toward the front of the mat, the top of the mat. Just lift the knees off the mat with the elbows bent. And then let the knees gently move down toward the mat. And you feel a little sensation, I hope, or I think, in the thighs, in the quads. Now, if you want, you can bring the knees back down to the mat, lift the hips up toward the ceiling, let the head fall back. And that might be a little bit more intense feeling in the quads. Bring the hips down, coming back to hero, and then back into table. Good, curl the toes, press the hips up toward the ceiling, downward facing dog. Yes. Just gently move here. You can move the hips from side to side. Pressing the right hip back toward the back of the mat, then the left hip. Knees are bent, pressing the hips back. And step the feet up toward the hands. Come into half lift. Yes. Shoulders on the back, shoulder blades on the back. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Let the head drop down toward the knees. Press with the feet, bend the knees and round up. Good. Arms wide, hands lift. Get long, get tall, press down with the feet. Exhale into mountain pose. All right. Our spinal flow for mountain, inhale up. And then exhale, take the right hand down, arc right. Inhaling the right arm up. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale up. Yeah, take the arms wide, palms to the ceiling, twisting right. Coming up. That same twist to the left. Inhale up. Hands through the heart. Hinge at the hips. Forward fold. Let the head go. Press the hips to the ceiling. And bend the knees. Reach out in front. Press to come up. Exhale the hands back on the ceiling. Inhaling up. Gaze straight ahead. Exhale, mountain pose. Yeah, yoga flop. So bring the hands to the hips, find a spot on the floor. We got to do a little bit of balance. We need to, we should every time. Bring the weight into the left foot, excuse me, and bring the left knee up. And then straighten, did I say left? Right knee up, straighten the right leg, strong through the right leg, pressing through the heel. One more breath. And then bring the right foot down. Good, take a breath. Find your spot. Weight to the right foot. And lift the left knee. Straighten the left leg. Strong through the heel. Lift that lifted leg. One more breath. And bring the left foot down. Good. All right. So, mountain pose. Inhale the arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half lift. We're going to spend a couple of breaths here in chair. So, as you exhale, take the fingertips down, touch the mat, and then bring the hands straight out in front. In chair. Bring the shoulder blades back on the back and down, pressing the belly toward the knees, but the weight is in the heels of the feet. One more deep breath. And then exhaling into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And now step back into plank. Knees can always come down. Exhaling. Down onto your belly. And come to cobra. Bring the big toes together. Pressing the toenails into the mat. One more deep breath here. And exhaling. Take the arms wide. Bring the right side of the face to the mat. And turn the heels out. Left side of the face.
Bring the hands under the shoulders, come up to table, bring the feet around to the front. And again, hands behind the knees to come down to your back. So let's bring the feet in toward the hips, but mat width. And the arms come wide, palms down, and let's do the windshield wiper twist to the right. So let the knees fall to the right. Turn your gaze to the left. Bring the knees to the ceiling, let the knees drop to the left, gaze right. And the knees back to the ceiling. Bring the feet in, hip width. Hands come down by your side, palms down. And we're going to do some bridges here. And you can make these moving bridges if you choose, with the arms coming up and over behind you, or not. And press with the feet as you inhale and let the hips lift up toward the ceiling. And then exhale and bring the hips down. Press with the feet and the hips lift. Exhale and lower. And one more time, inhaling with the hips lifted. Maybe a little higher. And exhale and bring the hips down. Ah, yes. Straighten the left leg, bring the right knee into the chest. Hug it in. And straighten the right leg, bring the left knee in. And the right knee comes in beside the left, both knees to the chest. Gently rock. And then extend the legs, bring the arms behind. Big, long, full body stretch here. Reaching, pressing out through the heels. And exhale into Savasana. Feel the weight of the body just melting into the earth. Let the breath deepen, little movements. Stretch. Whatever feels good.
And when you're ready, you can come up. So thank you for practicing with me. I love this stuff, no doubt about it. And namaste. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the recording off.